We meet Lars, who is a TV show director and seems not happy with his job, and meets the actress. He tells her he is going for vacation with his wife Lisa, where she will go for a dangerous hiking. Lars then meets his father Mike in old age home and tells about their vacation plan to him. Mike asks when will he have a proper job and says he built the house for vacation with hard work. Lars tells him about the dangerous hike plan, and he sees the news of 3 criminals who have escaped. He then goes to supermarket and buys a hammer and some tape and hides it in his car before going in the house. Lars plans to kill his wife on vacation, and Lisa comes and brings her luggage, and they drive to cabin. On their way, Lars asks Lisa about her audition, and we come to know she is a struggling actress. She says she is working hard, and she teases Lars for being a TV show director, and they both argue. Lars says his job is at least paying him, and they arrive at the cabin and Lars tries to open the lock pad. He sees the lock pad isn't working and uses his key to enter the house, and they begin setting the house. They both arrange the house and clean it, and while making dinner they both argue again on how to cook. While eating dinner, Lars asks Lisa how is her script writing going with her friend Diego. She says it's coming out good, and later they play Pictionary game and argue again over a word. Lisa decides to go to sleep, and Lars says she always does this when she loses, and Lisa goes away. We see they both hate each other, and next day Lars collects some stone for his murder plan. He puts the stone in boat and takes out the hammer, rope and tape from his car to murder Lisa. He goes in house and hears Lisa calling him and goes towards her with hammer behind his back. When he is about to hit her, Lisa turns around and uses a taser to zap him, and he falls down. Lars wakes up tied to a chair, and Lisa asks what he was doing with a hammer, saw and ropes. He says he was going to fix the roof, and Lisa says she knows about the stones in the boat. She goes and brings a gun and says she knows Lars' plans to murder her and drown her body. He says he was going to cut her body and use stones to drown her and tell everyone he died during hiking. Lisa hears his plans and loudly laughs at him and says he is stupid for making such a poor plan. Lisa asks why he wants to murder her, and Lars says he knows she is sleeping with Diego. Lisa confirms her affair but says Lars never satisfied her, and they haven't had sex since long. She says she has a better plan, and we see Lisa also plan to murder Lars and get rid of him. One day earlier, she told her friend they're going for hunting on their vacation, and Lisa flirts with the gardener Victor. Her friend says Lisa doesn't know how to fire guns, and we see the scene from start where Lisa gets in the car. Lisa says her plan was to go hunting and accidentally shoot Lars and tell it was an accident. Lars laughs at her plan and says she is a terrible actress and won't be able to convince the police. He says he is a better actor than her, and Lisa calls him a flop director who has no ambition. He says she should get some plastic surgery if she wants to be successful, and they both start arguing. Lisa gets angry and tells Lars to get up to go for a walk in forest, and he refuses to do so. She hits him in the face with gun, and we see someone coming from behind towards Lisa. The gardener Victor comes and hits her, and we see 5 days earlier Lars meet Victor in a park. Lars wants Victor to get rid of the body after he murders Lisa and offers him $500,000. He says Lisa has $1 million insurance policy, and he'll give him half for helping him, and Victor agrees. Lisa wakes up tied in chair and comes to know Lars' plan of working with Victor, and Lars asks why she wanted to kill him. Lisa says Lars is a loser who had gambling addiction, and because of that they have huge debts now. Lisa says he told her to quit acting, and now they will lose everything in 2 months' time and be on road. Lars says he worked hard for his job and house and knows she wants to kill him for insurance money. Lisa says the money can help her restart her life, and Victor says they were also killing her for money. He says he is getting paid $500,000 for this, and Lisa says her policy is worth $3 million. Lars tries to shut her mouth and Victor stops him, and Lisa says she will offer him more money if he kills Lars. They both start offering him higher money, and Lars attacks Victor to take his gun, and Lisa falls down. They both fight to take the gun, and Lars shoots the gun and blows off Victor's hand by mistake. Victor is in pain and runs towards the door, and Lars shoots him and kills him while arguing with Lisa. Lars thinks of killing Lisa and attacks her, and she also hits him back and takes his gun. They both start fighting and run upstairs, and Lisa fires the gun, and it hits the roof, and it breaks. 3 men fall down, and Lars and Lisa are unconscious, and we see 3 days ago these 3 men escaped from jail. They ran through the jungle and found this house, and broke the lock pad, and entered the house. They decide to hide in the house, and wear new clothes, and see Lisa and Lars coming and decide to hide. They find an attic and hide in it, and wait for Lars and Lisa to leave, and Roy feels pain in stomach. He shits in the attic, and others have to live with the smell, and next day they see Victor come. Later they see Lisa and Lars fighting, and we see the bullet hit Roy, and their weight causes the roof to fall. They tie them up and wake them, and Dave recognizes Lisa from one of the TV commercials he saw. Peter says they are escaped criminals, and he knows they both want to kill each other, and knows they killed Victor also. Peter says they need cash to escape from here, and found only little here, and Lisa says there is some money in office. Dave says it won't be enough and opens his pants, saying he has needs if he doesn't get the money. Lars is happy Lisa will be punished, but Dave comes and grabs him and takes him near the pool table. Dave is gay and removes Lars' pant to rape him, and Peter tells Lisa she is next, and it won't be painless. Lars begs them to stop, and Peter says they need to get some real money for this to stop. Peter picks up the gun, and Lars starts crying, and Peter readies the gun to shoot him, and Lisa is also scared. Peter pretends to shoot Lars and tells him to kiss his feet, and then tells Dave to finish the job. They grab Lars and remove his pants, and Lisa tells Peter she will give them $125,000 if they stop. She says she has kept this money in a bank and will give it to them if they let them go free. Peter agrees and says once he gets the money, they can go free, and tells others to stop. Peter tells Lars his wife Lisa saved him, and he should thank her, and Lars cries in shock. Later, Roy asks Peter that he heard Peter killed his old gang members for money, but Peter denies this. Lisa tells Lars she once loved him and thought she would have a wonderful life with him. The deaths and arguments made the relationship worse, and then Diego came in her life. She apologizes for her behavior, and Lars also cries, and he notices some billiard balls. Lars kicks the ball and takes it out, and then starts shouting for help, and Peter and others hear him. Lisa tries to quiet him down, but Lars continues shouting, and Roy comes down to check on him. Lars says he wants to go to toilet, and Roy frees him and warns him not to try anything. He checks Lars and lets him go, and Roy tells Lisa he likes her, and Lars comes out and attacks Roy. He uses his sock and fills it with balls and hits Roy, and he falls down, and Lisa requests to untie him. Lars goes away without freeing Lisa, and she notices Roy's knife and takes it and frees herself. Lisa quietly goes upstairs and goes outside towards the car and tries to find the keys. Peter and Dave go downstairs and find Roy is unconscious and wake him and come to know Lisa and Lars have escaped. Lisa is unable to find keys, and Peter and others go outside to search for them, and Lisa is hiding in bush. She goes back inside to search for keys and even checks Victor's body and finds the boat keys in kitchen. Roy comes there and asks her to give the keys and says she will pay for hurting him. Roy readies his gun, and Lisa sees Lars coming down the stairs and starts talking to Roy to distract him. Lars comes from behind and attacks Roy with a knife, and his gun fires and falls down, and others hears the noise. Roy, Lisa, and Lars start fighting to get the gun, and Roy gets up and hits Lars and then attacks Lisa. Lisa manages to spray some liquid in his eyes and then kicks him, but Roy gets up and throws her. Roy tries to take the gun from Lars and Lisa tries to stop him, and in their fight Lars fires the gun. He shoots Roy in the head and kill him, and Peter and Dave come back and see Roy and are upset. Lars and Lisa hide in a cupboard, and Peter decides to find them and hears a noise from above. Lars says their relationship failed because of him and he is at fault and apologizes for his behavior. Peter comes upstairs and Lars tells Lisa to take the boat and wait for him, and Peter finds the cupboard. Lars attacks Peter, which allows Lisa to escape, and they both run outside towards Dave. Peter jumps from above and starts hitting Lars, and Lisa attacks him with a weapon and injures him. Dave comes and catches Lisa, and Peter decides to kill Lars and drags him towards Lawnmower. He grabs his head and decides to put him in the blades, and hears a car coming and Lars pushed him in front of the car. Peter is hit by the car, and Mike is driving it, and we see 6 hours earlier a neighbor saw lights at the vacation house. He called Mike and told him that his son Lars is having a party, and Mike is angry on hearing this. He decides to go there and stop Lars from destroying his house, and leaves the old age home. He takes the receptionist's car and drives to the home and hits Peter and tells Dave to let Lisa go. Mike picks a gun and shoots Dave in the leg, but Peter stabs Mike in his chest, but Mike bites him. Lisa and Lars run from there in car, and Peter drags Mike and puts in the blades and kills him. He shoots the car and stops them, and Lars tells Lisa to go to the boat and wait for him. Peter tells Dave to go inside and take care of his leg and goes to the car, but sees they have escaped. Lisa runs to the boat and tries to start it, and Mike goes inside and finds some bandage and ties his leg. Mike is alive but badly injured, and Lars comes and breaks Dave's leg, and Lisa goes to find some fuel. Peter comes and hits her, and Lisa tries to fight back, and Peter says he needs the money and can't let her go. Lars takes his gun and shoots Dave in his private parts to get his revenge, and Mike goes and lies down in a hammock. Lars comes outside, and Mike says he is proud of him, and Lars sees Mike has passed away. Lars goes towards the boat and sees Peter has taken Lisa with her, and he catches the rope to go behind them. Lisa sees Lars is following them, and she distracts Peter by talking to him, and Lars swims towards them. Lars climbs the boat and attacks Peter, and they start fighting, and Peter hits Lars. Lisa takes the fire extinguisher and sprays it on Peter, and Peter hits her and attacks Lars. Lisa fires a flare gun towards Peter but misses, and Lars pushes Peter towards boat's blade. Peter's hand is cut in the blade, and Lisa takes the bag with stones and puts it on Peter's neck. They push him in water, and Peter drowns, and Lars' leg is caught, and he also falls in water. Lisa saves him, and they both hug each other, and later they call the police and wait for them. Lars says they still have the debt to clear and nothing has changes, but Lisa has a plan. Later, when the police come, they give interview to the press about what happened here. They get publicity and become famous and go for interviews and have become celebrities. Their survival story is made into a film where Lisa is acting as the heroine. They have changed the story, where they're shown as heroes and Lars is directing the film.